Yo, what's going on? Happy Friday, everybody. It's a little sad day for us Finns fans. It's a great day for that guy right over there.
It's always a good day.
There you go, over
Always a good day.
there.
Yeah. No
Man,
more
it was
gematria. Ha ha. Let's go. Lift it up and let's move it out the way.
man. Hey, look, bro. I cannot be more proud. Starting 3-0. When most people had us at 1-3, 2-2. Some people had us at 0-4 to start the year. So
Yeah,
three
I
and
feel you.
one. I'll take that any day of the week. It
No,
sucks,
I feel you. I feel you.
and I was thinking about it to myself, and I could have said, oh, but our players were hurt, this and that. But at the end of the day, you know, next man up mentality. You feel me?
I told you.
But next man up mentality. Um, it sucks to see what happened to Tua. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit here, but but Teddy needed to step up. He threw
Teddy
some
stepped
nice.
up.
He had some nice plays. I think there
He
was some
stepped up, man.
questions.
He played good, bro.
No,
Teddy
but hold
played
on,
good.
hold on. Let me get where I'm going though. Let me get where I'm going. Let me get where I'm going.
Don't shit on
There,
Teddy. He played good.
I'm not shitting on Teddy. There was a lot of questionable play calling in that game last night. I think that McDaniels felt that pressure and he choked. And I'm gonna tell you
But
why. I'm gonna tell
but
you
I
why.
also hold up before you go any further. But
Go ahead.
I also felt like the Dolphins were trying to blow the top off on Cincinnati. They were trying to go deep a lot, and that's uncharacteristic by the Dolphins. They were
Not
trying to,
really.
yeah,
Not really.
they were going pretty deep. They were throwing pretty deep.
They averaged two to three deep throws a game right this year. They're
Shit, but
averaging.
they were averaging like two or three deep throws a drive.
They were because they're trying to attack the secondary, which the secondary was questionable, and they proved it
Yeah,
because look, Tyreek alone had 160 yards receiving. But again,
Tyreek ate, but Tyreek is gonna eat every week, I believe.
well, he didn't eat last week, but I think last they switched it this week. Um, and I'm gonna tell you why. You know, I think there was a lot of questionable play calling. There were certain instances. Look, when you play a team like Buffalo, when you play a team like Cincinnati, Green Bay, even right, you got to get ahead, and you got to get ahead big time and fast in a hurry. You get what I'm saying? Because these teams like Buffalo and Cincinnati, yes, Cincinnati came out the year struggling a little bit. They were sluggish, but at the end of the day, a lot of people had them as the number one wide receiving core.
Which they
Okay,
do number one.
they have the number one wide receiver, and they can blow off the top on anybody. Okay, can I say that Higgins' touchdown was a fluke because groin was fucked up? I could say that, but the thing is, at the end of the day, if his groin is fucked up, he should not be on the field. The only reason why he was on the field was because Byron Jones was still hurt.
I told you. I
So
told you.
you know, and I get it, and I'm
Short
not
week
going to
coming
use
off
that,
a
and
short
I'm not.
week.
I'm not going to use it as an excuse on why we lost. We lost for a lot of reasons, but you know something, we had that game because
Yeah, but now you
until
lost. You
until
now
and hold on, but until the fourth quarter, we had that game. And I'm gonna go with this as questionable play calling. When you go fourth and goal on the two and you decide to kick a field goal over getting 7 points, yes, it puts you ahead by 1 point. It got us up to 15, but you got to stick chances.
but
Why bring in guys like Tyreek and Waddle and Jasicki and all the playmakers, Armstead and Edmonds, all these playmakers that we have, and you mean to tell me we can't get 2 yards?
because it's tight there. That is stingy.
I
It's
understand.
hard.
Bro, no,
It's
they went.
hard.
Listen. They went
The
running up the
Bengals
gut.
did it
Hold
too.
on,
The
hold
Bengals
on.
did it. Remember, they
I
got stuck
understand
and then
that.
tried to kick the field
They
goal.
did. But you know what? You know what's a common denominator? They ran the ball. Bro, these
And
teams are not meant for that.
they
Yo,
went for it on fourth down, and they failed on one other opportunity too.
listen,
On
but I'm
a
not
sweep.
talking about the Bengals because the
I
Bengals
understand.
won.
Yeah, but the Bengals also lost out on those opportunities too. That's what I'm saying. So you can't
Oh, I
really
understand.
say.
I understand that too. But what I'm saying, but I get that. But what I'm saying is that the way the game was played, if Miami would have scored that touchdown with the 3 points, then we wouldn't have been. We would have been. We still would have been trailing, but we wouldn't have been in the predicament where we're down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. You see what I'm
But
saying?
I had a feeling when Tyreek caught that deep pass that he got there on the 3 yard line. I was like,
Yeah,
I said, I said, I said right there. I said, Bengals defense is gonna be stingy right now. They ain't gonna give up. They
I
ain't.
get that, but but this is why I go by play calling, right? The run was not there majority of the game until towards the end of the game. Our running game was non-existent. But yeah, you
But
go and
two
run the
yards, like
ball.
you said. But
But hold
you saying
on, but
it right
wait,
now.
but
2 yards,
but
though,
you're
Phil.
not letting me get to the point though. You're cutting me. Let me get to where I'm trying to say. You're running the ball with running backs that are not getting in the end zone. You have a 6'2", 6'3" quarterback. Okay, you could have ran a play action rollout because he's got legs. It's not like Teddy don't got legs. Teddy got legs. He got wheels, bro. Let the man run. Let him roll out. Bring Tyreek and Waddle across and roll him out to that side. And maybe there's a gap and he can run it in, or he has an opening with the Tyreek. There's a lot of things they could have did. They could have did a quarterback sneak and grabbed the 2 yards
It's,
because it was first and
Phil,
goal. You ran the ball 3 times. Come on, dog. Like
Phil, I'm gonna say,
questionable play calling.
Phil, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again, Phil. That shit get tight down there. You ain't really got all
I
that. You
understand
ain't
that.
really got all that
Listen,
room.
I understand that. But that's why you move the pocket and you roll out for that reason. Because you're giving yourself time. You're giving yourself time to find little
But
gaps in the zones.
but you're also hoping that the defense is not gonna that you're hoping that the defense is gonna fall for it too. That's what you're hoping for too. What if the defense
Not
doesn't fall
necessarily
for it?
not necessarily because
What
you're
if the
rolling
defense?
out.
But what if the defense doesn't fall for it?
All
Then
right,
what?
then
Then
all right,
something
so then
happens,
it's
and then he
second and
gets and he
long.
fumbles, and then he fumbles. Then you're gonna be like, "Oh, that was a
But
bad
that's
play."
but that's a game. That's the game though. That's the
But that's
game
why.
though.
But that's like I'm trying to tell you, just like you said, it's 2 yards. You can't tell me you can't get two
Bro,
yards on a play.
I will not go for
Mozart,
a field goal. I'm sorry. Yo,
Mozart was running good. Mozart wasn't running bad.
but he played in the second half, is what I'm trying to say.
But then why you don't throw him in?
That's not
I'm
my
not the one that
I don't
I'm
get
not the
paid
one
those
that puts the
bucks.
people. I'm not the one that puts the people on the field, bro. But that's
Edmonds is a more physical back. And then, again, and Mostert is a receiving back. And yet our first touchdown pass attempt was to Edmonds on a fly route when realistically we should have had Mostert there on a fly route.
I think Edmonds is more of the receiving back.
Well, I don't know because he dropped that fucking touchdown pass, so that's another
He
thing.
dropped, he dropped it. You're right, but he
He,
also got you. He also got you that first down to keep the drive moving too.
I get it, bro, but
So
again, no, but
it
these are
happens.
missed.
Those are
These are
mistakes.
those are missed opportunities.
It happens, but that's the same thing with the Bengals. That's the same thing I can say about the Bengals. The Bengals missed on the
Listen.
too.
What opportunities they missed on, bro? Our defense shut them down the entire game
They
until
missed
the
on
third quarter.
they
Until
missed
the
on
third
that fourth.
quarter, dude, Jamar Chase only had a reception for 17 yards or two
No,
receptions for
but
17
why?
yards the
It
entire
doesn't.
game. The
But that
entire
doesn't.
game
But
with
Phil,
backup corners.
that doesn't matter. That doesn't
Come
matter.
on, dog.
What did Jalen Waddle do? What did Waddle do?
Waddle
What did
had
Waddle do?
4 receptions for 32 yards.
Okay, and who balled out for the Bengals? The guy I told you that was gonna ball out, number 85, T Higgins. I
Higgins,
told you.
Higgins, Higgins
It,
balled.
sometimes you don't have to be the guy that got the ball out. As long as the team gets a W and you do what
Yeah,
you
but
have to do.
what I'm trying to say is that listen,
Chase,
bro.
at
Listen,
the end
I
of the
don't.
game, listen.
Hey.
At the end of the game, Chase is the one that sealed the deal for them. That's what he did. He sealed the deal with those couple catches at the end of the game. He's like, oh, that's it. After he caught those couple first downs,
Yeah,
it was game over.
because they changed it up. You didn't see what they did. You're not paying attention. They went from press. Miami went from press man to man to soft coverage,
But
and that's when he
but
started eating.
but Phil, when you guys were blitzing him the whole time, y'all ain't even get one sack.
Listen, you're not hearing what I'm trying to tell you. Miami switched their defense in that fourth quarter when they scored 2 touchdowns.
because
They
maybe,
went. They
maybe,
went. No, the. I'm sorry. The press man to man was working the entire night. Only one person had success on that, and that was Higgins on that one route. That what I think is what happened was that X
he got burnt.
aggravated. He aggravated that groin again, and then he. That's why they pulled him out and they sat him out with the ice, and they didn't. He didn't
Which I
come back
told
in
you.
after that. And
Which I
you're
told
right.
you.
You did. You're right. You're right. You did say that. I'm not taking that away.
Playing on
Okay.
the street with a groin issue,
I
and
understand.
now you might lose it. Now you might lose it for this game.
That's fine as long as Byron Jones comes back. We're fine. So
But yeah, but
here's
then you're expecting, but then listen, then now you're expecting Byron Jones to come back and be 100% after he just came off a big time injury.
do you
You're
know who we
expecting him to
do you
be,
know who we play?
yeah, y'all play the Jets, and you
I ain't
think
worried
that
about
boy,
that.
you think that that receiver that they got over there that they picked up from Ohio State, Wilson,
Elijah,
yeah, he ain't good. You don't think he good?
I understand that, but who's throwing on the ball?
I don't know. Supposedly this week is gonna be Zach Wilson. I don't know.
We'll see, but it's probably Joe Flacco.
And
And
Joe
if it
Flacco,
is, and I'm sorry, if it is Zach Wilson, I'm not scared either because Miami always puts pressure on the man. So I'm
I'm
not
just
worried
saying,
about it. But
it's
listen, but
it's over
listen,
game.
I'm
No,
sorry. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
no.
on, hold on, hold on, hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay,
And how long
hold
you
up.
think Tua gonna be out for?
Tua, I suspect at least 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. I honestly suspect 2 to 3 weeks. I'm hoping it's two. The only reason why I say, dude, there's a good possibility he'll be back against Minnesota. There might be a possibility he's back for the Jets because remember they're on a short week, but now they're off. They're off. They don't play again for 10 days.
I
He's
know.
got he's got 9 days to heal. So
He better
do I
not be
think?
against the Jets. If he plays
Do
against
I
the Jets,
listen?
boy,
Do I think he should be in for the Jets game? No, I think they should sit him. Let him get his rest.
he, he better not get
Regardless,
put out the game.
regardless of what happens, whether we win or lose, let him get his rest. Bring him back for the Minnesota game. Bring him back for the Minnesota games. That way, he's got a good time to heal that injury. Because even though they're saying that first injury was still a back injury that he was being checked every day from concussion protocol, I don't buy that shit. Okay, I don't buy it. I'm sorry, I don't. The way I was there when he dropped, I said it, and you can ask Turbo. I looked at Turbo and I go, "Wait, that's the concussion. He's out." Dude, that shit don't. Yeah, you can have a locked up back, but bro, not the way. Dude, the dude was shaking his head. He kept moving his eyes. Nah, bro, that dude had a concussion. He suffered a concussion there. He suffered another concussion last night,
Oh,
and he shouldn't.
he suffered more than a concussion
He
yesterday.
should have never been in that game, knowing that our offensive line is still es una mierda.
He be holding on to the ball too long.
He did. I understand that he could have threw that ball away. It would have avoided the hit. Okay, but he's trying to make a play, and I'm not upset about that. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not upset that the man held the ball trying to open up a downfield to get us in that game. I don't blame him for that.
I get you on that. I just
So
think he holds the ball too long.
he does hold the ball. Not really, because what his normal hold time is
When he goes deep,
when he
he
go.
holds the
Yeah,
ball
bro,
too
but
long.
you're going deep, but that's why.
Bro, you
But
don't have
what?
to hold the
But
ball that
what's?
long.
But hold on. But what's his normal?
You got burners.
What's his normal release rate? It's 2.3.
Yeah, because he's throwing
He has
those.
the fastest release rate in the NFL.
Yeah, but when he holds on, when he
I
goes for the deep
understand,
pass,
but
he holds on too
it
long.
could be too that there was nobody open. He just took too long to make a decision on whether or not to throw that ball away. We don't know. He doesn't even know. You didn't hear what he said?
He was about to
That what
call back. You know that shit. That nigga got slammed.
dog,
That
bro,
went one.
did you not see the report that
But
apparently he
did a
didn't even
Street
know?
Fighter movie.
Did you not see the report that he didn't even know what happened?
No, he ain't even know he was a football player.
He didn't even he was asking for coach like he didn't know what happened on that play.
So you know what happened? Buddy grabbed him and
But he
did a
grabbed him and knocked his ass out.
Street Fighter suplex on him, boy. It
And that was, and by the way, for some of you fans
wasn't a bad
that
play.
listen, hold on, right. For those of y'all who are saying that's a dirty hit, that wasn't a dirty hit. That's a football move. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It
That's a
just
football move.
it
That's
just
part of football.
it
That's
just
part of football.
it went down that way.
It just went down that way. All right. That's all it was. It went down that way. It wasn't intentional. I don't think that even the player realized what he did and how hurt
Bro, he
Tua
bro, he did that
was.
shit. He did that shit with one arm.
Yeah.
That shit with one arm.
So there was some good stuff that we saw. Again, our defense held up for a very long time against that offense. Again, for a second week in a row. I'm pretty sure the time possession was completely flipped. Um, our numbers did look good against theirs. Like if it wasn't for the two takeaways, I think Miami could have won that game.
I could.
But those two takeaways were in crucial moments. That bomb, I don't know what, dude. I don't know who advised Tua to throw that first bomb to Tyreek when he was going against the wind. That was the dumbest shit I ever seen. I'm
But
sorry. And
he
again,
hold on to it too long.
I understand that, but if you regardless of whether he let it go earlier or he held on to it too long, that was going to
He
be a
gets
pick.
too.
They were trailing him. That was going to be a pick.
I
That would
feel
have
you,
been a
bro.
pick. That would have
I
been a
feel
pick.
you.
So
It's a pig.
it would have been a
It's a
pick.
pig.
Either
It
way,
was a
it's a
pig
pick.
anyway. It's a pig.
Right. So, but this is why I go back to play calling. You're going against the wind, and yet and then you're calling a fly route when you should be calling short slants, RPOs, focusing on that until the side flips, and then you're with the wind, and then you
Maybe,
throw deeper with the wind.
but maybe he was trying to get them because they probably didn't think, oh, they're going against the wind. They wouldn't go for a deep
Yeah,
pass.
but
So,
bro. But you gotta, dude. That wind was crazy.
yeah,
So
I understand.
you gotta have an arm, and you
Dude,
don't have that
sometimes you
arm.
gotta fail. Sometimes you gotta take chances, but you can't hold on to the rock that long and throw the ball when the guy is 40 yards deep and you know you can't throw, but nothing but 40 yards.
I feel you. So,
You got to
unfortunately,
understand. He needs to under because he only has that shit with Tyreek. He needs to realize how fast Tyreek is, and that
that's
when
I
Tyreek
think
is
I
already
think that's another thing. I don't think that his timing is down all the way.
yeah, so when Tyreek is 50
You're
yards,
right.
yeah, you throw that ball 30 yards down deep, and he's gonna go get that. That's what you need to do because you don't throw bombs, you throw rainbows. He throws rainbows, so he's gonna go out, he's gonna go and get it.
You're right.
So stop throwing it when he's already 40 yards deep and you know you can only throw 45 or 50 yards.
I agree. I agree.
So hey, listen, I gotta go because I gotta go to dinner. So you already know. Enjoy your victory Friday, because you know I will.
Fuck, fuck you, Lord. Fuck you. Fuck
Hey,
you.
hey, but it's all love. Hey, man, I just hope the best for Tua, man. He has a nice recovery. I hope he not a speedy recovery, a good recovery, and he takes his time to come back as long as he's healthy. That's what I
Right.
care about. I care about the player's safety. I hope he's all right. And at the end of the day, go pack, go, and let's drop a little cheese on New England.
Hey,
Let's
well,
go.
yeah. Well, I'll be going for the pack against New England, and I'm also going for Baltimore against um the
That's
Buffalo.
the game of the
Buffalo.
week. That's the game of the week. Game of the week.
Buffalo and Baltimore is going to be a great game. I
Yeah.
really do hope Buffalo loses this game, so we could be back up a game on them. Um, that would help us out, especially with this loss. And just in case, for the long run, it's always good where the more teams they lose to in our conference, the better.
Of
We
course.
haven't so, and we're 3-1 against the conference, 2-0 against the division. So it looks good.
I got
So
you.
we just got to keep pushing. We got to beat the Jets on Sunday, next Sunday. You guys got to beat the Pats, and Buffalo needs to lose to Baltimore, and that will really help us out in the long run when the playoffs pictures start coming out. But hey, thank you for coming on, Will. I'm gonna
No
open up
pressure,
panel
bro.
for those. It is open mic. It's open mic Friday. So anybody wants to come on here and talk a little shit, you're more than welcome to come on, talk a little football, talk about how you feel about Tua's injury. talk about the game last night, or talk whatever you guys want about. It don't matter. It's Friday. It's Friday. I'm here until 9. I'm here until 9, guys. It's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. All right. But yeah, man. So I don't know. Tua did come out with the response this morning, which I'll go over with you guys. Tua did come out with this statement here. I want to thank everyone for all of their prayers and support since this game last night. Since the game last night, it was a difficult. It was difficult not to be able to finish the game and be there with my teammates, but I am grateful for the support and care I've received from the Dolphins, my friends and family, and all those who reached out, all the people that reached out to us. I'm feeling much better and focused on recovering so I can get back on the field with my teammates. Thank he says hashtag thank TT4G hashtag fins up. So it's good to see that he's in good spirits. It's good to see that he's already kind of focusing on the recovering process. It is a process in itself to recover from that type of injury. There's always complications on that injury. So I wish him the best and speedy recovery. I see here Paris Love, also, who's another super fan for the Finns. He was hospitalized today. Sending you prayers, my guy, for a speedy recovery, whatever it is. I'm not sure. I'm kind of reading Dolfreaky's messages here to see what she says. But but yeah, so there was a lot of takeaways from last night. A lot of takeaways. Again, something that I mentioned on the pregame show was that Miami definitely had to play more man-to-man coverage, more press, which they did. They jammed Cincinnati at the line of scrimmage to kind of throw off the rhythm for Burrow, and it was working. It was working majority of the game. I know X did give up that one touchdown to T. Higgins, which was unfortunate. But at the end of the day, I mean, that injury, well, that specific play caused him to re-aggravate the groin, and he ended up being pulled out the game anyways. And I thought that the rookie corner, he held his own. Nick Needham played well until that fourth quarter. And again, it gets more difficult as you continue to play, and your offense is not producing what they should be producing. And granted, Teddy got thrown into a situation, and it's kind of hard to come back from. You just see your brother go down the way he went down, and it's a scary sight to see. When you have somebody there twitching, with their hands, with uncontrollable responses with their hands. It's a scary sight. It's not something that's easy to get out to get out of your head. And I'm pretty sure that fucks with everybody's head, all the players too. So, but they held their own, even though it was the L. They still held their own. They still ran. They still gave Cincinnati a run for their money, and that's all that matters. You got to appreciate that they played hard. We're 3-1. The season's not over. Yeah, Demonstria might have been wrong for some people. Yeah, we didn't go undefeated, and that's okay. It's okay. It makes it more special for the 72 Dolphins once Philly loses. They're gonna be like, here comes champagne again. So you just got to be thankful for what you have. If that makes any sense. But Mostert had a good game. Um, why did they wait until the second half to put him in? I don't fucking know. It's the fucking Dolphins. But he ended up having a great game. Tyreek did his thing, 6 receptions for 160 yards, which I went over a little earlier today. Um, I'm a little upset at Jasicki. Um, Jasicki ran. I'm not sure if it was miscommunications between him and Teddy, but that was his fault. I don't know if it was Teddy. That I don't know if Teddy didn't know which route to do or where he wanted to put it, but they got to be better on the same page with that route because that route cost us a pick at a very crucial time in the game where we could have tied that game or made it a little bit closer to give ourselves an opportunity to tie that game. Um, I think that our defense of front seven played really well against the run, holding Mixon to 24 carries for 64 yards or 60 yards, no touchdowns. I thought they did really good. holding him at bay, or maybe he had a touchdown. I think he had one touchdown at the beginning of the game. Holding him at bay though. That goal line defense was unbelievable. Shout out to Christian Wilkins. Shout out to him. That dude is a fucking stud. And then, for him to do what he was doing in that front seven, going against that offensive line, plowing through the middle, being disruptive in the backfield, applying pressure in the goal line, applying a lot of pressure. Hey, if anybody's watching this and they know Von Joe, I want you to clip this. Roberts finally did something. Roberts blew up that gap in the goal line to help with that stop, because in that specific play, they doubled Wilkins, which gave him an opening to just go in and just destroy that fucking guard. He destroyed that guard to wreak havoc in the backfield in the goal line. Um, and we were able to do another goal line stop. Unfortunately, they ended up doing a field goal, and they went up 2 points on us. But our goal line defense was impressive. Um, and what else? Obviously, I wish Waddle was more involved last night. I think he had like 24, 34 yards receiving. He wasn't as involved as I thought he was going to be against that rookie corner that they have out there. That rookie corner is impressive too in Cincinnati. So it was a little unfortunate that we couldn't get more productivity out of him. And Teddy did his thing. Teddy came in. He did what he could. I'm not a big Teddy fan. I liked Teddy when he was with the Vikings. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Sorry, guys. So, Teddy did his thing though. He did have that one pick. Um, Unfortunately, with Jasicki, and again, that could have been miscommunication. That could have been a lot of things. Could have been a lot of things, but unfortunately, ended up being a pick. Um, and unfortunately, that kind of hurt his stats a little bit. But he had a good game. He put up, I think, 190 in passing. We ended the game at 379, just a little bit over Cincinnati, or just a little bit under, and finished almost 100 yards rushing. The thing with Teddy is I wish he uses his legs more. Again, he has wheels, and I understand you want to stay in the pocket, and you want to give a chance for your wide receivers to get open. But there's some plays that he's standing there in the backfield and he's dancing, bro. Tuck it and run. Get us our 5, 6 yards, 7 yards. Put us in front of the chains so that we can get a first down. Stop playing around. Just move. Either figure out who you're gonna throw to, or tuck it and run. Like at this point, because there were some plays that he had, like he rolled out on one play, and he ended up finding Sherfield. Sherfield in the corner. Bro, you could have moved up and ran and picked up that first down. Don't get me wrong, we ended up getting the first down, which is great. And it was a nice play, it was a nice pass, and I'm not taking that from him, but I'm just using that as an example of like times where you got to make up your mind and stop playing around, because eventually you're going to make mistakes, and that's ultimately what happened. Even when he got that sack, it was the same goal. So you gotta either tuck it and run, or make that decision and let it rip. You gotta do something. You gotta figure out what you're gonna do, because at the end of the day, that's the only way we're gonna win this game. You cannot second guess yourself in this game, and that's unfortunately what happened. Um, again, Mike McDaniel's. I wish he was more aggressive, like he was in Buffalo when we played Buffalo at home. I thought he wasn't aggressive enough on certain instances. He was playing the score, instead of playing his game, our game, the way the Dolphins should be playing, which is how he's been playing for 3 weeks. I think they went away from that a little bit, and they got a little more conservative over being more aggressive, and that's just my opinion. And correct me if I'm wrong. For any of the fans that are out there that want to come on the show, correct me if I'm wrong. If that's how you guys feel, these fans, how they played. Um, so this week there's some good games coming on this week. I'm pulling them up now. Give me a second, guys. Obviously, we talked about the game of the week, that Buffalo and Baltimore game. That game is so crucial in so many ways. Yo, I'm not gonna. Come my fucking room and you don't close the door. My bad, guys. I had to get the dogs out the room. Um, that game of the week, Baltimore, Buffalo. It's very crucial for the Dolphins, even though it's early on. There's plenty of games left to play. We're only in week 4. We're only in week 4. There's only 14 weeks left. But it is a crucial game. It is a crucial game. Again, my the Buffalo already has one loss in our conference. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Lost connection for something. That game is crucial. Again, hey, welcome to the show, guys. I see we got some viewers here. For those of y'all who want to come in, the panel's open. You guys can go ahead and hit that link in the comment section. You guys come on in and talk about how you guys felt Miami played yesterday, or your concerns. But definitely come on the show. We'll have a little fun, guys. For those of you guys who want to come on and talk a little shit. Um, but yeah, so Buffalo's game is a little crucial for us. One, we did take a loss, so we have the same record as them, right? But we have the one up on them because we have the tiebreaker. But the further ahead we can get, the better. And if they can go into Baltimore and lose in Baltimore and have two losses in the conference, we play the Jets next week. Hopefully, we'll beat the Jets. We'll be 3-0 in our division. When it comes down to when the playoffs really start to take shape, the further ahead we are, the better. If we can even get a first round bye, we get that first pick, that first place in the playoffs, and get that bye week, even better, even better. So that's stuff that we need to focus on. Um, where is the schedule? Okay, here it is. So NFL kicks off Monday morning, guys, 9:30 a.m. in London. Um, Minnesota versus New Orleans. There's already some news. New Orleans is going to be without Jameis Winston and Michael Thomas. So that's going to be interesting to see who they're going to start at quarterback. Is it going to be Ian Brooks or is it going to be Tyson Hill? Um, that's going to be an interesting game too, because that has implications for the NFC. It doesn't have anything to do with the fans or the AFC, but it gives us another chance to see what Minnesota looks like because we're going to have them in 2 weeks. We're going to be hosting them. So definitely keep your you Finch fans, keep your eye out on that game. Watch that game. Watch that film, because that game is going to be very crucial in the next 2 weeks when we got to play them down here, and we got to worry about guys like Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook. So that's going to be a fun game to watch in 2 weeks. It's also fan week as well. Follow that up with we're gonna have Cleveland and Atlanta. I'm hoping Atlanta wins this game. I like Atlanta. I know their record doesn't show it, but I think they're a very good squad if they can be more consistent. I like Cordell Patterson, Kyle Pitts, and Drake London. So I'm hoping that they're able to pull that off. Followed by the game of the week, Baltimore versus Buffalo. I already kind of said my piece with that. But Dallas and Washington's another game. Um, eh, I'm hoping Washington wins. Fuck Dallas. Seattle, Detroit. Detroit should win that game. They're averaging 30 points a game. I don't think that Geno's going to be able to keep up with the offense, and they have a decent defense. So it should be Detroit winning that game. And then we're going to have Houston and the Chargers. The Chargers is a bit disappointing. They're a bit disappointing this year. They did lose Bosa for the year, with the torn with an injury. I think it's a torn pec. I'm not sure what it is. But they did lose him. But I still think the Chargers should bounce back and win this game. They should be getting back Keenan Allen, so that should help a bit for Justin Herbert. But they should be able to bounce back. An underdog game that I think nobody's going to be paying attention to, but I think it's going to be a great game. It's going to be Tennessee, Indianapolis. I have Indianapolis winning that game, but I think it's going to be a running game between the two rushing leaders in the NFL, between Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor. I think they're going to focus. Both teams are going to focus on that and try to manage time of possession, and they both have the opportunity to do so. The Giants in Chicago. I kind of want to see the Giants to win this game. Um, I like the Giants. I like Saquon Barkley. Um, I don't know how I feel about Daniel Jones yet. Daniel Jones kind of remind me of a less well, not really. He's all right. He's athletic and he has wheels, and they need to utilize that a little more to help him out. But Saquon's definitely going to eat this game against Chicago. And Chicago's already without Montgomery, their running back. Their starting running back's going to be out that week. So that's going to be crucial. Jacksonville and Philly. I saw Philly just released. They're losing their starting safety or corner. I think it's Hawks or Hawks. I don't remember the guy's name. Well, he's going to be out for this game. Take a look out. Don't sleep on Jacksonville to come back and win this game. I don't think they will. I think Justin Hurts is playing lights out. AJ Brown was a huge addition to that offense, and I see them probably they're steamrolling over Jacksonville. Then we have the Kaka game of the week, Pittsburgh and the Jets. That should be Pittsburgh, but I mean Pittsburgh's not playing well either, so. Pittsburgh's off and on with their team right now, but they did get back Najee Harris, and Najee Harris had a good week last week, so that should help out the Pittsburgh's offense a bit. Arizona and the Cardinals. Arizona and Carolina. I apologize. Carolina. Baker's playing all right. Baker's playing all right. Obviously Arizona's offense. They got what 2 more weeks 2 more weeks before D Hop comes back. I think D Hop comes back week 6 or week 7. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But we're gonna have D Hop back soon, so that's gonna help their offense. I think they're also without AJ Green, or I'm not, or I might be thinking of somebody else. But so that's a tough game. I'll probably have Arizona still winning that game. I think I'm gonna have Arizona still winning that game against Carolina. Green Bay. By the way, that starts the 4 o'clock games. Green Bay. There's only three. There's only three this week. Most of the games are at 1 o'clock. Um, you have Green Bay and New England. Mac Jones is going to be out for that game. It was already reported he will be out. So I do have Green Bay coming in and swamping New England, or actually New England going there and getting swamped with Hoyer. Then you have Las Vegas and Denver. This is an intriguing game, guys, because Vegas. Remember, the Chamaco, the head coach, he used to coach in Denver for many years, for like 2 years, I think, 2-3 years with, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure who the quarterback was then, but it's a revenge game. And is Denver going to bounce back? Is Russell Wilson going to bounce back? How is he going to be productive with? How is he going to get Justin Sutton involved? Courtney Sutton and Jerry Judy involved in that offense. Even though they've been productive, but they need to get them more involved and they need to involve their tight ends. So that's going to be an interesting game. That's a tough one to pick. I do have Denver winning that game, and having Vegas going 0-4. But it is in the Death Star, so that's a tough matchup. It's a tough matchup, but I think that Denver has a lot to prove in that AFC West. Then to kick it off on Sunday night football, we have Kansas City in Tampa Bay. This is going to be a fun game. I think Tampa's going to win it. I'm hoping Tampa wins it. They should have Mike Evans back. He's ready to go. They have. I mean, Brady should be fine. Their defense is a very good rush stopping defense. and they have really good, talented corners and safeties out there in Tampa. I think the defense might be a little too much for Kansas City, but you know, it is. But you got to respect Patty Mahomes and his game. So, but I still have Tampa Bay winning that game against Kansas City. And then to wrap it all up, Monday Night Football, we have San Francisco and LA. Battle of California, let's call it, I guess. You know, LA should win that game with Cooper Cup. Um, I think it's going to be a little too much for their offense will be a little too much for San Francisco's defense to be able to compete. But LA should the reigning Super Bowl champ should have no problem beating San Fran in LA in San Francisco. LA beating LA in San Francisco. Well, San Fran beating LA. No, LA beating San Fran in San Fran. There you go. There it goes. Tongue twister, guys. Tongue twister. So yeah, man. We could talk a little more about the Tua's injuries. Um, they were extensive, um, in my opinion. My wife's opinion. My wife's driving me crazy with all these videos they're putting up on TikTok of all these neurologists talking about Tua's injuries. But you know, it sucks. It sucks to see your a player being carted off the field the way they were carted off. It's a scary scene. I can only imagine what his family went through because his family was at the game with him, and it's a sad moment to see a player like that who has been so productive and has been phenomenal to start the season and has been leading us to victory and being the person that we thought that we drafted. The guy that we saw in Alabama. It sucks to see how he was carted off the way he was, and just it was just a scary scene altogether, guys. It was a scary scene altogether. I would love to see the probability of him coming back. Um, I want to know what his time frame is because they haven't really announced it was a concussion or confirmed it was a concussion. They just said, that they're going to be running a lot more tests tomorrow, which was today. But they haven't really come out with anything. Um, yeah, I'm trying to look through Bleacher, but it's going to get interesting because the NFL PA opened up their investigation, but then the NFL comes out and says Tua is checked for concussions daily. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Alan Sills said Tua was checked for concussion symptoms every day this week, per NFL Network. And that's again, that's the chief medical officer for the NFL. So he was checked allegedly every day to make sure he wasn't concussed. So and then it goes back to, was it really a back injury? Can a back injury cause that type of scene? Could it be that he just pinched something or a nerve or that shot up and caused those electrical that the hands locking up the way they were locked up? I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that it was, at least this injury was a concussion. Um, Honestly, I do think the other injury also was a concussion as well. The first injury, um, Ravens. Wow, John Harbaugh, Ravens head coach, astonished by Dolphins handling of Tua's injury. Um, so it's again, it's a shockwave around the world. It's a shockwave around the world, in the NFL world at least, on how he was treated. He should have had more time off to recover. I understand we want to win games. I understand that we want to beat Cincinnati and we want to do all these things, but unfortunately, at what cost? And look what it costed us. Look what it costed us as Dolphin fans. We lost our starting quarterback. Our starting corners is hurt, banged up too. So I would have taken that L, bro. I would have just started my rookies. Hell, put in Skylar Thompson, see what he can do. Who knows? If we pull out a W, and we should have sat those guys and rested them. and we could have went in and played the Jets at 3-1, which we're gonna do anyways. At 3-1, beat the Jets. We would still have Tua, so we could have had his whole 2 week break, and then we could have turned around and played the Vikings at home. But they felt that they needed him to win the game. So honestly, that tells me, in my opinion, that they don't trust Teddy Bridgewater. Because if you didn't want to sit your quarterback, if you felt that if you were that confident in your backup quarterback to come in and start a game for you and win a game, and I'm not knocking Teddy. Teddy's a Miami boy. I'm not knocking that, but I'm just saying it looks bad, in my opinion. Again, this is an opinion. It just looks really bad. So um, we'll see what happens now as the weekend comes along. We'll probably get some more information on the extent of his injuries, and to maybe even get a time frame where it's a week, 2 weeks, because they're coming off a 10-day break now until they play Sunday. So he has time to heal as long as he practices on Thursday and Friday, even if it's limited. He should be ready to go for Sunday if they want to bring him in. I don't recommend it. I'd rather him sit and wait a little while longer over coming in and risking another injury the way it happened. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Again, guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell button. And again, panel's open for anybody who wants to come on and talk a little shit for a bit. I'm here until a little while longer, and we're gonna get off in a little bit because it's Friday night. I'm trying to relax, man. It's my weekend. It's my weekend. So I'm just trying to relax and chill out. So um, I know the heat season starts up now in October, so that's going to be a little a change of pace. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, so the heat season is going to start up soon now in October. So we're gonna have that as well. Obviously with the NBA, MLB is wrapping up now in October. You're gonna have the playoffs. So it's a new month, guys. This is the last month, the last day of September. We'll be in a new month, a new quarter for you business people. October is the start of another one. You've got the holidays coming up. You're gonna have a lot of good stuff coming through here when it comes to the fall or the winter. Well, the fall going into winter. I can't wait for that Pittsburgh Sunday night game. That's going to be a lot of fun. Um, so a little and look, and what I was saying, with Teddy coming into the game in that situation, look, Teddy came out and said Tua's injury was very scary. He commented on it as well. So I mean, that rattles with your head as a player, bro. You don't want to take those type of hits. You don't want to take those type of hits. And for him to come in the game, and he did all right for coming in the game after that type of injury. And he's like, for me personally, there was a lot going on through my mind. Honestly, given that against the same team, I was carted off the field. I didn't even think of that. I honestly never thought of that. That was the same team that got him carted off the field. So a lot just going through my mind, but I knew I just had to snap and try to lead this team to victory. So many guys were counting on me, not only myself, but us to go out there and finish that game and try to get a win. And ultimately, we came up short. So again, he went. Again, bro. It's hard to see that type of injury and the way it happened. It's not. It's not easy to watch as a player. And then again, he has his own trauma that he goes through mentally from his injuries. The guy was carted off the field. So, he's probably thinking about that. He's like, I don't want to go through that again. So it's a little crazy, man. It's a little crazy. Okay, okay, so officially Tua was diagnosed with a concussion. I did not see that report. So he was officially um, diagnosed with the concussion, but I want to know what his time frame looks like for recovery. That's what I want to see. I want to see what his time frame looks like. Doesn't say. Oh well. So they're gonna get a second opinion, initial checks to show no structural damage, and an MRI to come. And oh wow, he traveled back in a neck brace. Oh, they didn't do an MRI, they did a CAT scan. So that's a good thing. Nothing structural was damaged on his neck, which is just as important. Um, as long as it's just a concussion, he should be okay. He should be ready to go in a week or two. It's typically a week or two for that. I would give him 2 weeks, honestly, with the severity of that injury. Um, you know, so my next question for some of you guys is, who would you rather have starting at quarterback now? If Tua's not ready for week one, for week three, week five, do you start Teddy or do you start Skylar Thompson? That's a good question. That's a really good question. Who do you start? So I don't know about this one, guys. Um, I don't know. I think I mean against the Jets, Teddy has good odds to lead us to victory. But I'm kind of tempted to see what Skyler does. I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of tempted to see what Skyler Thompson does. Is he gonna do? Is he gonna be like? Is he gonna come out and drop? Like Cooper Rush did last season, where he played decent. You know, or is he gonna come out and make a lot of errors? He played really well in preseason. Again, yes, I understand that's preseason. I understand those are third string guys, second string guys, but they're still NFL players and they're still good enough to make a roster. A lot of those guys are. A lot of them, including Alden Roberts. So, I mean, it's a week, maybe two, that we should be expecting him to be off. I'm fine with that. Let him rest. Worst case scenario, 4-2, 3-2, or 5-1. Worst case scenario. So, I mean, well, worst and best case scenarios. Best case is 5-1. Worst case 3-2. I would say, or three. Yeah, 3-2. No, 4-2. 4-2. I apologize. Because it's two games. 4-2. That would be the best case scenario. We beat the Jets. We lose to the Vikings at home. Because that's another tough game. Because that's gonna be another game that the offense is gonna be on the field for a very long time, and it's gonna be un dolor de cabeza. So and it's cool too. Give a good shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals faithful, to all their fans, because when Tua went down, they didn't have to do what they did, and they chanted his name with the Tua chants when he was getting carted off the field. That's a beautiful thing. Also, you got guys like Russell Wilson, Hollywood Brown, James Conner, Patrick Mahomes, AJ Dillon, all tweeting, prayers for Tua. It's a great thing to see. Again, that's a brotherhood for them, for those NFL guys. They talked about it a little bit today on ESPN. It's kind of tough to see your brother essentially, go down the way he went. So it's a great thing to see. The NFL community coming together to show support to somebody who, again, it looked very gruesome. Um, so yeah, man. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look who got
The
out!
show has arrived.
Look who got out! Is that my boy White Chocolate?
You know You know Oh, it is opposite. Oh, I go right.
Yeah, I
I go
know.
left.
I
I
get
go left.
confused. Yeah, I get confused all the fucking time. Let's go. You didn't see
That
me
threw
with
me
the
off.
fucking hands. I was like,
No, no. I just jumped on now. I
oh
missed the
wow, it's
first
fucked up.
hour. I missed the first hour.
Go fuck
Eh,
yourself. What's
wait,
up, man?
I'm a busy guy.
What's up, man? What you up to?
I hit it. I'm good. I just got home from work. Oh damn, this shit. Damn,
You
it's
look like
messy up.
Trump. You're so orange. I'm fucking with you.
So what
What's
questions you
up,
got from?
man?
I don't know. Hit me with some
Hey,
questions.
man. So what do you think about that game last night? What was your takeaways? I sat on here for an hour talking about Tua, so I'm just letting you know right now.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, he got rocked. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not
he
gonna.
got rocked. He got rocked, but
A lot, a lot of
I
people are
don't.
still.
I don't even think he got rocked. I
No,
mean, he got. It wasn't even a rock. He had him with one hand. He rolled. Tua
no.
rolled on him. It's just the force of it. It
What
was
happened
nothing
was
crazy.
he didn't get like boom rocked. It was like he got swung. It was like a slingshot
Yeah,
to the ground.
yeah,
So like
yeah.
people, the big discussion is like, oh, he had a concussion the first week, and I mean, you don't know. I mean, but I believe in the team is going to throw him out if he's not ready. But even if he didn't have that situation the first week, the way he got slung to the ground,
He would have been in that situation this week for sure.
he would have been screwed no matter what. So I mean, it was scary, but I mean, yeah, it sucked. I mean, we still had a chance to
Yeah.
win, and then Howard went out, and it was like they just started bombing the football once Howard went out. That's the big
Well,
thing.
they didn't really start doing that until the fourth quarter,
Yes,
and the fourth
once
quarter is when they started
once
that.
once I saw Howard on the sideline at the ice pack, I saw that. Right after that, they started throwing the football deep
Right,
because what they were doing mostly was, and they showed it in the coverage earlier, because Howard got bombed one time, right? And when he got
right,
bombed, it showed what the Dolphins were doing. The Dolphins were pretty much leaving Howard on an island, and the safeties were covering the other cornerbacks who weren't as good. So once Howard went out, now it's like, okay, now anyone can just burn these corners.
right.
And that's what happened. Howard goes out. Now it's a bomb. It's like 40+ yard plays, like three, like back, just boom, 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 boom. Like now they can't cover deep. I mean, Dolphins still have that third. Dolphins
Well,
have
so something that you didn't probably pick up on. Well, I was talking about it earlier. Well, remember when Howard went out,
they went zone.
they went zone and soft coverage,
Yes,
which
because
I
they
don't agree with.
knew
They should have stayed press. They
the
should have stayed
issue.
press.
The issue is they knew their corners couldn't handle the press
But
coverage.
that's why you keep two over the top, bro. You keep two over the top for that reason.
Yes, it's just it was more of okay.
And if anything, replace your middle linebacker with fucking Eric Rowe and have him drop back and have three guys
Yeah,
in the back.
it was just look. They knew once Howard went out, it's like okay now because they got three receivers who are really good. It's not
No, they
just
have
two
a great
guys. They
dude.
got
They're
Boyd.
arguably the best right. They have arguably the best wide receiving core in the league.
Yeah, and they're very young.
I respect Cincinnati. They,
Yeah,
they
I
I don't
mean
play games with
Boyd.
them, and I always predicted that we were gonna lose that game.
No, no, no. I thought we could win that game,
No,
but
yeah,
it's
the way we came out and played the last three games, yeah, but before the
but
season started, I circled that as a L.
now I also no. Oh, I mean yeah, but
I'm talking before the season started. I circled them as an L.
yeah, no, that's understandable. But like we also projected like recently, the old line wouldn't be as good as they were. The old line held their own, but
Eh,
our D line, besides besides Baltimore, our D line hasn't done anything, and our corners we've
They
had
they're a little they're not applying enough pressure.
and we've haven't had
They
if correct me if I'm wrong, we haven't had a pick since week 1. Correct me if I'm wrong. We have not had an interception since week 1, and besides the Bills
well
game, we're not pressuring the quarterback.
no we had pressure against we had pressure against Cincy, but again, Burrow's a little more mobile. We
No, no,
had
no,
pressure.
no,
He was rolling out. It's just like they weren't securing tackles. Again, Melvin Ingram missed that big tackle in the backfield. So like just shit like that. It's just they're not playing smart heads up football at this moment.
no. The defense. I mean, they're very big on we bend but don't break. But and then obviously Bridgewater. You can't put too much on Bridgewater as much as I want to because it's he came in. He's loose. He's not loose.
Right.
But I mean, he came in. He started balling out.
He
I
did.
mean, him and Jaceki later. You can't really blame either or because they haven't worked together enough to know what each other's looking for.
Right.
So it's like that's just that comes with that comes with it not working together. I mean, second team, first team, it's a big deal. I like Bridgewater. I mean, when Tua got hurt the first time with the Bills and Bridgewater came in, I was like, get this guy the hell out of here. This guy couldn't even throw a screen pass.
I'm
But
telling
Bridgewater
you.
came in. He showed what he can do. He has the legs. I mean, if Tua's out a week or 2 weeks, I think Bridgewater with the first team reps can get it done. He can. The defense, I mean, if Byron Jones comes back this week, that's a big deal. People aren't talking about it. But if he comes back this week,
He will.
and our
I think he will.
if he does and Howard's healthy, people forgot about them two in the backfield. That's a big deal. But that D line needs more consistent pressure because they don't do it. I mean, you can start counting easily 5 seconds before this quarterback has any type of pressure. They're chilling there. It's not like they're hiking the ball and they're running away. No, the D line's not getting. We're blitzing and we're not getting to the quarterback. So they got to figure that out. We need to
Yeah,
pressure the
against
quarterback.
an offensive line that was questionable. That that
That's what I'm
gave up
saying. Like
six
this,
sacks the week before.
they gave up 15 sacks in the first 3 weeks and only gave up one against a Dolphins D line that's supposed to be pretty well.
Yeah, you're right.
There's no. Oh, they played well. No, 15. You don't go from giving up 15 sacks
To
to
give
giving
up
up one
one.
sack. I just.
True.
I mean, one sack is bad in general in a whole game.
I'm telling you.
So that D line's not playing that well throughout the year. They had a couple sacks early in the game against Buffalo, but besides that D-line's not showing up. They have not. They have to step up. The corners, they're giving up big plays. I mean, they're stepping
Again,
up when it
but
comes to goal.
that stuff was gonna change. Remember, and we got to see because now X is gonna have 9 days to heal before we play the Jets.
No, 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 no. 100%, 100%. We have a good D, but they got to do their part. I mean, one pick in 4 games? That's no bueno.
No, you're right.
No bueno. You know,
100%.
you got burnt more than you picked a guy. I mean, it doesn't look good. And it's not like they're shutting. Like, this was the lowest scoring game. I mean, what was it? No, not right. Jesus. The Ravens had their way. Buffalo had their way too until they got to the goal line. I mean, teams are having their way against us. That can't happen. I mean, if you want to make a deep run, they got to shove down early.
I feel you on that. They
I
know,
mean,
and I again, and that's that don't bend don't break mentality, which I get. Like I love it, but at the same time, you're bending and you're bending a lot.
no,
Like
yeah, no, no. I love the
you're bending
fact
up
that
big plays, man. They're bringing up big chunk plays,
too easy, too easy, and it puts
like
pressure.
The Higgins touchdown. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, They had, don't get me wrong, they had X man to man, which I get it. It's X. Okay. But then they shift the two safeties to the opposite side. Like, not even like they didn't even wait. It's like
Look,
hike and they just ran.
look.
And I'm
What it
like, dude,
is they see Xavier Howard on one side, and two corners on the other side, because you had Boyd and Jamar Chase
and
on the other
Jamar
side.
Chase. Right.
So they go, okay, Howard should be able to cover the zone. But look, Howard's good. He's good, but he's zone. He's a zone guy. He's not Revis. Let's be real. He's not an island. Just saying.
I don't know about that. I don't
But
know about that.
that's an
I
argument's
think
sake.
I think I think that I think that the reason why he didn't cover him well was because of his groin injury, and that's the only reason
No,
why. And I think that if he
no,
wasn't
no, no,
hurt,
no, no, no.
that would have been a fucking
So
pick.
this is my. I'll give you my reason why that play went the way it did. Because all game they're talking about it. The Dolphins, what they're doing is they're pressing. They're trying to
Yeah,
disrupt timing,
yeah. To
but they're
get
doing it.
sacks, and it wasn't working.
But no, the problem is they're doing it all game, so it became predictable. Okay, they're gonna press you. Get around that press. Do a little move early. He got around them. Now
I
once.
get that, but you don't think they know that they're gonna adjust? The
No,
point
no, no,
is,
one. No, no, no,
yeah,
100%. But the deal, and that goes back to the D line. When you press, that
the
means you have
defensive
blitz.
line needs to play better.
The blitzing is not working. The linebackers too. The
Don't
linebackers
get me
too.
wrong; they're working against the run, but it's not working against pass rush.
No, 100%. Because when you play that press, they're pressing, and the line and the linebackers are not getting in quick enough. So when you press all that 1-on-1, eventually, look, you can press so many times and win 90% of them, but that
Right.
one loss, you're gonna pay for it. So
You're
if you
right.
can't get to the quarterback, it happened with the Ravens a lot, a lot. But
So
luckily, we had that crazy comeback. So
that shit hurt, bro.
it did. I mean, Tua going down wasn't ideal, but hopefully, so far all the tests are negative. So hopefully, he can make it back in a couple weeks. And I think with Bridgewater getting the starting reps, he should be all right. We should be able to survive. Because he's not a bad quarterback. And he's got people to throw it to. The running game needs to be more consistent. And we go from
Yes.
there.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like the running game gets a little predictable sometimes, but it helps the passing game.
No, that run game is atrocious. They need to stick to RPO.
It's not atrocious. I mean,
It's atrocious.
compared to last year, it's a lot better.
It's better, but they're not playing as well as they thought they were gonna play.
No, 100%. Um, I personally think, I don't know.
Well, according
Um,
to according to 71% of the fan base, do you believe have faith in Teddy Bridgewater? They voted no.
that's a bad vote. I would put yes. Bridge,
Uh,
Bridgewater Bridgewater was a very good quarterback before he got hurt. The major injury. With KC, I mean not KC, Jesus. With Carolina last year, they had no McCaffrey. Their only receiver is DJ Moore. Sorry, putting a quarterback with no receivers, the quarterback's not going to be good. Okay, it's very select few that can do that. But with the defense we have, the receiver, I mean he threw it deep to Tyreek Hill. Okay, if he gets in the same line as those receivers, gets first team reps, Bridgewater, he's a game manager. He'll get the job done. I do believe he can do it. But
right.
Bridgewater's not Bridgewater's not a backup quarterback. He's just he's not the guy that can just come into a game and ball out. Like one guy, the Dolphins used to have that. But Matt Moore.
Yeah.
Matt Moore was a phenomenal backup. He was not a starting quarterback. He was a great backup. He's a guy.
Yeah.
He would come into a game and he would ball the fuck out. Then the following week, he would suck ass. He was not a starting quarterback, but he was able to come into a game and continue the game and finish that game. It's a very unique thing to have. Bridgewater is not a was not a backup quarterback. He's not a guy that can just come into a game and just ball out. Even though he actually kind of did for a second. He is a guy. He needs first team reps. He needs to be ready. He needs to be prepared. All right, a starting quarterback and a backup quarterback are two different things. Two different things. So that's how I think. Bridgewater, he's not a backup quarterback. I mean, he's not a great. He's an average starter at this day and age, but he's not a guy who can just be like, okay, quarterback's out. I need you come in, do this. He's not that type of guy.
Right.
He's a guy who you can start for you and you play solid. But like I said, that's just it's a weird role. Like imagine just being loose all game on the sideline, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, go! I need you in now. There's certain guys who are built like that. Then film gets on them and they suck, like Matt Moore. I loved having him as a backup, but when he had to play the next game, I was like, oh, we're screwed.
Telling you.
So that's my take on Bridgewater. I think Bridgewater will be fine with the starting reps.
We'll see.
Well, we had Jets and then Minnesota.
Yeah.
He should be able to beat the
Jets.
Jets.
Jets in Minnesota, bro.
Bridgewater's like Kirk Cousins. A little under him, but I think like that game with Minnesota will be tight.
Isn't Kirk Cousins the guy that they replaced him with?
It might be, but that was because he was hurt.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't replace him because of his play. They replaced him because of injury. I mean, it's like Peyton Manning.
Well, they all thought he was done. He was done.
Look,
They all thought his season was over.
That was a career injury. No, it's like Peyton Manning, for instance. No, I'm not comparing them two together.
Of course not. I understand.
All right. But Peyton Manning had the neck injury, and they go, ooh, you're done, and they shipped him off to the Broncos, Denver. And he came back and balled out. Now Colts did get Andrew Luck. They got lucky with that.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything.
He didn't because he retired early. And
he got hurt. He was hurt. They replaced the injured quarterback for another injured quarterback.
Well, it's because the O-line sucks ass. They've always have.
Yeah, and then they got good when he retired.
But I'm just saying.
And now look at him now trying to find a quarterback.
Yeah. Teddy lost a job because he was hurt. He didn't lose a job because he sucked. Took him a long time. He went through a couple teams, but I mean, every team he went to was weak. I forgot who he went to after. I forgot who he went to after Minnesota.
He went to the Saints.
But he didn't really play in the Saints.
No, Carolina.
No, Carolina was the last team.
Yeah, well, it was Saints, then Carolina, and then he came here.
But Saints had Drew Brees. You're not benching Drew Brees.
No, but he was supposed to take over, and then some shit happened. They ended up going with Winston.
No. What happened was Drew Brees stayed.
Yeah, Drew Brees
stayed. No. Yeah, so Drew Brees stayed. Bridgewater left. Went to Carolina. Carolina, they just suck. They had McCaffrey. McCaffrey's out all year. That was him and DJ Moore, the only two good players. McCaffrey's hurt all year, so they don't produce. And here is Bridgewater with Miami.
Real quick, hey man, don't forget to like and subscribe for all y'all viewing. And make sure, again, this is Open Mic Friday. This is not, so if you guys definitely want to come on, the link is there in the comment section. Come on in, bro. We don't bite. White chocolate might bite, but I don't bite. My chihuahuas might bite. I don't bite. So come on in, man. Come talk about your frustrations for last night's loss. Honestly, I'm proud of our team. I thought we held up well against Cincinnati. Uh-oh.
Subs, come here, baby. You want to join?
Is that subs? Where's my Dolphins fan at? Oh no, she don't want to join. No, 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 not today. I thought they did well, man. I thought they did well. They held their own.
Want to go to Abuelo?
Oh,
With Abuelo or Grandma?
you got lucky. Hey, man, ask the wife what's going on with the Canes, bro. Man, the Canes are
Bro's
trash.
asking about the
Damn.
Canes. Want
Oh
to
God,
join?
they're atrocious.
It's your chin up.
Them Canes, bro. Them Canes are playing. Ugh. So now there's a
Bro.
quarterback battle, and that's crazy because Van Dyke was projected as the number fourth quarterback coming out of the draft next season, and now there's a quarterback competition with Jeff Garcia.
I don't think that's the case. I think Miami has better receivers this year.
You think it's the receivers?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question: if you're Van Dyke, do you wait another year and hope your stock improves? Because I'm pretty sure his stock decreased after those last two games.
By the way,
So if you're Van Dyke, do you wait another year and stay in Miami?
Are you gonna move or not?
oh, you're gonna move. If you're that guy, if you believe you're that guy, actually, if you're gonna be a later pick, take it. Later picks are better than first picks.
I don't know about that. The money's different.
It is, but your
If
career
you're
is different.
chasing paper,
If you think long term,
I don't know. I think I would wait another year. You make more money now in NIL deals.
yeah, but you only make so much. You make more in a career. All right, let's say you're a top 10 pick,
You're
right?
making over $1 million.
Easy. You're making good money.
It's like 16
Organization's
million right
trash.
now.
Look at Tua, for instance. If we never get Mike McDaniels, and we dealt with Flores, Tua's trash. Everyone's bashing Tua. Boom, out the league. But then, look at Lamar Jackson. Last pick in the first round.
Yeah, but he's still a first round pick.
Yes, I'm not saying first
He's
round
not a
pick.
top 10 or top 15, but he's still first round pick.
Yes, but now he went to the end of the first round.
Right.
So now you're with a better organization to begin with.
Eh,
If the later you pick,
eh,
Ravens are a good team.
eh,
They've always been a good team. Better coach.
eh, 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 eh. They had Flacco. Eh, they didn't do shit for like 2, 3 seasons.
Yes, but it's a better organization.
Eh.
Organization. Always correcting me.
That's
But
the teacher. That's why.
I know she can't help herself. Look, if you're a first overall pick, right? First overall
Right.
pick, that means the worst team in the NFL, unless the pick was traded, picked you.
Right.
They're
Right.
there for a reason.
Right.
If you're the 25th pick in the draft in the first round, that means that team made the playoffs. They're a good team. They might just be missing a quarterback. And you can be that guy.
Or it could be
So,
that they traded for a late pick. They got a pick
no.
late.
That's pending trades. If you just look at,
And you
or the
still get
reason
it.
why it's usually if you're a 25th pick or a first pick, the first pick's usually the worst team. They usually don't trade out
And
unless they
I
don't.
and actually I think that's what happened because I think that year they traded CJ Mosley to the Jets or something like I forgot how they got that pick.
Lamar. Oh, with
Some
Lamar. No,
yeah.
they had like a
A swap or some shit.
No, they traded
I
back. They did
They
trade back.
traded. That's what it was. They traded back. They
But
traded
they were
back.
still in the late teens. They weren't
Yeah, but they
top.
weren't play.
They were like 17, 18, and they went back. So it's not like they were the top 5. Like, imagine the Jets picked you. Like, Zach
I'll be
Wilson.
balling. I'll be balling out because I'm gangster.
No, if you're that guy, you're that guy. That happened. Like
I'll be on.
Burrows.
I'll be on IR.
We know that. But Zach Wilson. And Zach Wilson, imagine, maybe he was a guy who got picked up by a later team. He might be that guy. But he's with a crappy organization. So now he's not that guy. Or they're questioning he's that guy. Same with Tua.
Well, I guess if you're gonna say it like that, then the best example to that is Josh Rosen.
Rosen's trash. He went 5 teams in 5 years. You only do that unless you're just trash. Sorry. he's an anomaly. He sucked. He tried to be like Aaron Rodgers, but he wasn't.
What about Trubisky?
I knew nothing about him coming into the league, and he's still trash.
I didn't know shit. I didn't know
He
shit.
played like 10 games before he came into the league.
That's just crazy. What do you think about the Panthers season coming into it?
I saw they lost, but I haven't into them yet.
Gotta get into it, man. Gotta get into it. You want to run your own show? You gotta get into it, bro. Come on, white chocolate.
Hey, I'm a football guru.
Oh,
Right?
you're a football guru.
Guru.
Change your name to Guru.
I
Guru
will.
Chocolate.
Ooh, I can do that.
Guru Chocolate Guru. Chocolate Guru.
I can pick every game this Sunday with spreads, and I'll get like 80% right.
All right, so let's do it. You got
Hit
something
me.
to do. It's
With
Friday night.
spreads.
I gotta look at the spreads.
Mark it down too.
What app do you use for betting?
I don't bet.
I'm trying to find out an app to use for the bookie.
There's no legal betting in Florida.
I hate Florida. Anyways,
That's the
let's look at the spreads. NFL spread.
and make sure you mark these down so you can keep track of my record. I'm that guy.
Dude, I ain't got no paper. I'm tracking it through the recording.
Heard that. Just remember that. I'll be your betting guru. Ooh, that's my name. That's my name moving forward. The betting guru.
So stupid. All right, we're gonna go to DraftKings. DraftKings NFL betting odds and lines. Aha! All right, so we got Minnesota against the New Orleans Saints. Minnesota's up 3. They're up 3. What's going on, MCJB? Hey man, the stream live is open. It's open mic night. Make sure if you want, come on in, MCJB. You're always welcome. If you want, let the guys know it's open mic night on Miamifantalk. Y'all come on and talk y'all shit because it's that day. It's that time.
Oh,
It is what it is.
Wait, hold on. Before we start. Let's go.
Yo. Oh, hell no.
It's American flag.
Anyways. Okay. Okay. All right. So Minnesota versus New Orleans. Minnesota is favored -3, 3 points.
Wait. -3 is under.
I'm sorry, underdogs.
Oh no, they're
-3.
favored. They're favored. Sorry.
They're favored. That's what. Don't be doing that. I knew I was right. They're favored
My
by
bad.
3, which means they're negative. Okay,
Minnesota.
the over under is 41.5, and the money line is minus 165 for Minnesota.
I'm only picking
For
I'm picking the spread because I'm that guy.
the spread is minus 3.5.
Who's home?
Well, it's in London, so it doesn't matter.
Minnesota, and he said who?
Minnesota and New Orleans. New Orleans is without.
Minnesota.
It's going to be okay. Cool, because they're going to be without.
They're hurt. They're hurt.
Yeah, they're hurt. Michael Thomas is out, and so is.
Oh, you're marking this.
Winston. I found it. I gotta see if I can find a pen. Hold
The record is out. So does this mean I gotta join the show on Monday?
on. It's up to you.
So if I do bad, can I not join the show Monday?
No, you gotta join the show Monday. Why would you not join the show on Monday? Why you being a bitch? Don't be a bitch. Oh,
I'll
I'm
be there
back.
Monday.
I feel old. Oh
America.
shit.
America. That's better. That's
All right,
better.
we got a red pen.
That's better. I like that better. There
Yeah,
you go.
MC JB, come on, man. Come on the show, my guy. All right, so you got Minnesota
Minnesota.
negative 3.5. I mean 3% or three
Easy.
-3.
Easy
All
win.
right, cool. All right, next up, Buffalo, Baltimore. Buffalo's favorite three with the over under of 51. Oh shit.
Buffalo's -3 or 3.5.
-3. I'm going Ravens with +3.
Three is just a field goal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Buffalo. You're not a Dolphins fan.
No, I'm a realist. I have a record to uphold. I have a record to uphold. I will uphold my record.
Fuck you. Phillies and Jacksonville's the next one. Philly is favored 6.5 against Jacksonville.
I like Philly winning this game, but Jacksonville is a solid team. Very solid team.
Over under is 45.5. Money line, if you pick Jacksonville, +215.
Well, I'm picking the spread. If I pick money line, I have the Eagles, but 6.5. 6.5. I'm gonna take Jacksonville.
Jacksonville at 6.5.
Yeah.
He's going with Duval. Duval at +6.5. I'm going Philly.
It's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. I get it, but Philly's offense is high powered. They have AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. They have a lot of stuff going on
Trevor
right
Lawrence, he's having his year.
now. Anyways, next up, Tennessee, Indianapolis. Tennessee is away. Indianapolis is favored by 3.5. Who you got?
Damn. I hate that half.
And I got the Colts.
Colts got a lot of guys back.
Mm-hmm.
But Henry is a guy. I'm going to take Colts.
Colts. All right, so now we got Washington versus Dallas. Dallas is favored 3 points.
Dallas. Cooper Kush is that guy.
I'm going to go Washington.
The issue is you just don't know what Carson Wentz you're going to see. Is you marking your picks too?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Oh, so we're going to have a record.
God damn. I don't know where this cough's coming from. All right, so then you have the Jets and Steelers. Steelers are favored 3.5. I'm going Pitt.
Zach Wilson's back. Steelers. 3.5.
Is he back?
Yeah.
All right. You have Chargers and Houston. Chargers is favored 5.5.
Fuck.
I would like to see Houston win this game, but I don't think Houston's going to win.
Chargers. That defense is good now too. Don't they have?
Yeah,
Don't
but
they
they
have?
saw Bosa's out for the year.
Yeah, but who does Houston have?
He's not supposed to help you.
We're discussing.
That you were a guru.
Yeah. What a bird!
Chargers. Chargers.
That boy said, yo, your wife said, I thought you were a guru.
Chargers. 5.5. Give it to me. It's the spreads. The spreads make it difficult. I still get 80% right. I'm trying to improve the 20%. I may get wrong.
I'm going to go Chargers.
But I will have a better record than Phil. Guaranteed.
Fuck you. Seattle, Detroit. Detroit.
He's
Yeah,
picking with
be
me.
nice, white chocolate.
He's picking with me. No, it's
yeah. All right, so
what was my name
listen,
again? Guru
you have-
what?
yeah,
Betting guru.
you
I'm the
haven't
betting
changed your name,
guru
so-
now.
listen. I'm betting guru. Seattle, Detroit. Detroit is favored 3.5.
Damn it!
Boy,
I
Lions.
hate these odds. I like Detroit, but I'm taking way too many favorite teams.
Hey, babe.
You know what? Can I skip that game and come back?
Cool. All right.
All right.
Chicago, New York, Giants. Giants is favored 3. Negative. Yeah, 3.
Giants are
Negative
favored by
minus
3
3. Favored by
against
minus 3.
Chicago.
Over under 39.5. Chicago's without Montgomery. But I'm picking the Giants. So
Chicago got that Chicago. I'm going Chicago.
the Bears. This +3 and actually +3. All right. So now we got Cleveland and Atlanta. Oh my God, this spread. Oh, look at this fucking money. What is it that we're doing again? What is this
The
shit
spread.
called? The spread. The spread for Atlanta versus Cleveland. Cleveland is favored -1.
Cleveland's favored by 1
Yeah,
against
by
Atlanta.
1 against Atlanta.
Chicago. Oh wait, Myles Garrett made that play.
Mm-hmm.
He had a car accident.
Maybe. I'm going Atlanta.
I'll go Chicago. No, I'll go. I mean, Jesus. I'll go Cleveland. You're going Atlanta. I'll go Cleveland. Which that's not that bad. What's their record? What's Cleveland's record?
Cleveland, I think they're like 1-2 or 2-1 or some shit.
It's either or.
All right, another one. Same point spread. Arizona's favored versus the Carolina Panthers. I'm going Cardinals.
Cardinals are favored
by 1.
over Carolina. Okay.
Alright.
You ready for this? I didn't make my
Hmm.
pick.
Well, you said Carolina.
Yeah, you did.
I said Cardinals are favored over Carolina.
Oh, I understand.
But then you said Carolina.
No, I mean,
Okay, so what are you picking?
I'm gonna pick Carolina.
Fucking motherfucker.
I didn't say it though. I said
Uh-huh.
Cardinals are favored.
Alright.
Oh, maybe that's why I sound like it. I see why.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take Carolina.
Denver Raiders. Raiders are favored 2.5.
Raiders are favored 2.5. Who's home?
Raiders. The Raiders.
Raiders are 0-3, which is wild.
I really do think they're gonna win this game. I have the Broncos, but I do have a feeling they're gonna win that game.
Um,
I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go
change it.
down.
I'm gonna go Raiders.
I have points,
You
right?
go-
What's the spread?
Huh? 2.5.
I'll take Broncos. Let's ride.
All right. So now we're going into the later games. We have New England and Green Bay.
Green Bay.
New England is favored 9.5. Green Bay is favored 9.5. I'm sorry. Packers for me. I'm assuming
9.5.
Packers for you. 9.5.
Wait, that was before I heard 9.5. Hold on.
So when you
Patriots
bet
don't
New England, let's say you bet New England, right, at 9.5. So what? They just can't lose. They have to lose
9 or less.
9 or less, right?
So if it's like 30, if it's 39-30 Green Bay, you win with New England by half a point.
Because they got less than 9 points.
You're
They
literally
lost by less than 9 points.
if a team's a plus, you're adding points. Minus, you take away points.
So you're saying that they're going to lose for more than 9 points.
So pretty much you're saying
Green
pick
Bay's
Green
going to
Bay.
beat them by more. Oh, so how I'm picking Packers. I mean Patriots.
You have
New
Green
England.
Bay winning by 10 points or more.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take those odds. Hey, I want to welcome Todd to the panel. What's going on, Todd?
What's going on, man? I'm just disgusted. I came over here to hang with you all.
What's going on? Well, you're more than welcome over here, mate. Yeah, I got a fucking cough.
I'm just sick of all the people pretty much making fun, celebrating to his injury the way they're acting. I'm done with
But
it.
who?
You're making fun of it.
Oh, you didn't see the clip on the AFC roundtable?
Oh, dude, they don't want me to start putting up clips of what I was doing.
No, but
I got some funny stuff.
Master of Work, what he did, he
So
was
what did he do?
basically showing the response of everybody's responses to Tua getting hurt, just making fun of this, making light of the situation.
Oh, that's a serious
I don't
injury.
stress it. I don't stress it. They don't think what they
Huh?
won't.
I know, but I'm just unsubscribing to certain people, and I'm out. I'm done.
So I have a friend of mine who came over to my house to watch this game.
Dude, you know it was a
What
back
happened?
injury. He had a back injury against Buffalo. Did you see that throw to Tyreek, the first deep pass he threw to Tyreek, how short it was?
Yeah.
That's from a
Yeah,
back.
but that was because he was against the wind.
No, but that was a
But I
back.
think that's against the wind.
No,
Late.
there was no wind. It was
But
even
think about
showing
it.
it.
He
There
came
was
in
no wind.
the next.
Yeah, but all right, here's the deal.
No, the way that
When
the
you
way
have
that
listen,
flag was flying around.
no, it wasn't. There was no wind in that Cincinnati. They were saying barely any wind on that one long field goal. But here's the thing: when you're
Hey,
when you have a back injury, remember? Hey, when you have a back injury, when you're all warmed up, I love it. when you're all warmed up, you can throw. Your back is loose. He sat for 4 days. That back tightened up, and that's why he couldn't get it on the ball.
I can understand that.
I've had surgery on my back. I know what happens when you sit and not do anything for a couple days.
I've had some back issues too.
Yeah, it sucks, don't it? When you
A
sit and
lot.
do nothing.
I've had some nerve issues. I still deal with once in
I
a
do
while.
too. I do too. I've had spinal surgery,
Ooh.
and my nerves are still bad. I can't run or anything. But I'm just saying, I've been through it. I know what happens when you do that. I also know when my leg in the morning, when I get up in the morning, I got to hold on to something because my legs don't want to move because of the nerve damage. And that's
No, that's
another
true.
reason why I said him falling down could be because the nerves in that situation.
No, that's understandable. I used to have like it would shoot. I had pain. It would shoot down my right leg
But I
because of my
will
lower
say
back.
one thing. I will say one thing. That accuracy he threw to that touchdown to Gesicki, the accuracy he threw to get the Gesicki in the beginning of the game against the Bengals, he would not have that type of pinpoint accuracy with the concussion.
He didn't throw a touchdown like Gesicki.
And I'm saying when he came back in the second half against, or not
Oh,
against, not
against
Gesicki.
Buffalo. You talking about?
Yeah, when he threw that, remember that pinpoint accuracy touchdown to the wide receiver, not Gesicki,
Crancraft.
Craycraft.
Oh, you're talking about?
He wouldn't
No.
have had all that if he had a concussion. He wouldn't have hit Waddle with two defenders one closing and one right behind him in the numbers
No,
on the
yeah,
drive.
even McDaniels has said like they've talked about very
Yeah,
high like profile
yeah.
plays.
And you know
I just
McDaniel purposely did that so he would find out. You know McDaniel needled it to find out.
yeah
Let's
no
talk about it. He did not have a concussion after that game. That concussion came during that game, and I'm sorry. Anybody that gets all right, that hit was a clean hit. Don't get me wrong. By the rules, it was a clean hit, but the ending of it was unnecessary.
What was
no
unnecessary about
wait
the ending of it?
no I'm not gonna say it's unnecessary. It's just the way he grabbed him going down. It
He
swung him.
spun
It
him,
was a
and
clean
then
hit. It's
he
football.
spun up. Yeah, but when you spin him, and then it was almost like he spun him off the ground at the end. It was on a second spin and just power drived him into the ground like a body slam.
I will say this. I don't think that play was whatsoever dirty. I think he had because he got him on his hip and he's going down. The play was
Yeah, he just
disgusting.
rolled
It
with
was
him.
it was a
He rolled with
slam,
him.
but it wasn't like intentionally trying to hurt the guy. It was just the angle he
Well,
came in when he
you know
grabbed
what
him.
makes
It
you
swung
think
him.
that though? You know what makes you think that? What did they do to Mozart later on?
No, it makes you think that because playing the game is just
No, but
it's
what
just
did they do to Mozart later?
Yeah, but Motion didn't really get slammed. They showed the replay, and we
He
got a
got
free play out
slammed.
of that.
He got slammed.
Nah, it got slammed.
Dude, his upper
I
body
missed
was
that
up.
play.
His upper body was up, and then someone grabbed his legs. His lower body went up after he was the whistle, and that's where the 15-yard penalty came in, and then he was slammed to the
They
ground.
just tackled him double.
Like with a Tua
No,
tackle.
the one
They
guy
just had a
lifted.
guy up top and a guy down low. That's all it is.
Yeah, but he lifted his legs up almost pretty much even with his upper body, and then he went down to the ground hard.
Look,
There's
as
certain things
long
you
as
don't
you
after the
don't,
whistle,
as long as you're not going after a guy's knees or going after a guy's head,
which
it's
he
really
also
not a
did. They
dirty
also
play.
did that to who went right in the back of his knees. That one player.
No, that's
I mean,
different.
here's
I'm
a
not talking
picture
about
of
that
it.
play. That play, it wasn't dirty, but it was a low
No,
hit.
I was talking about the Moser play. Do you have that?
No,
I,
I know. No, I'm looking for it.
I can't recall that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Cincinnati's always been a dirty team, though.
No. They did have a thing, especially with Vontae Perfect back in the day.
What
Remember
about
when he?
Jakeem Grant 2 years ago?
Damn,
Twice
I have
in
a
the
short
same
memory.
game. Twice in the same game, he's back there on a punt return and he's getting drilled before the
No,
ball even gets there.
Cincy had a disgusting defense. Like it was it was usually perfect. You know perfect, right?
No, yeah, I know, but go back 2 years to the game when Flores wanted to fight the Bengals.
Oh, 2 years ago I wasn't watching much. The last 2 years was I watched a lot less games. because I had to work on Sundays, so I didn't see every play.
All right, and then you go back to the days of Brian Cox wanting to fight the whole Cincinnati bench because they took a cheap shot on the kicker. That squad's always been dirty.
I mean, but either way, I mean,
I can't find it.
this Bengals team is a lot different than the prior Bengals teams. Different coaching, different players. You can't put those.
That's the same coaching from 2 years ago. That was dirty on 2 hits to Jakeem Grant, the smallest player on our team.
Yeah, but no, but they have different coaching from then.
No, they don't. Zach Taylor was the head coach. They had everybody the same.
Zach Taylor started.
That was Joe Burrow. That was Joe Burrow's rookie year, and he was out with surgery.
It was his rookie year. But either way,
it's just I'm sick of it. You know, I'm sick of all the people tweeting out, "Oh, good."
Who's bashing Tua?
A lot of people have been doing it in Twitter. I stayed away. You know who Pete is? Everybody knows. Everybody knows who Pete is.
I'm hearing
Pete. Yeah, but he's a troller.
Dude, it doesn't matter. When you're a fan, you don't bash your own quarterback going down, especially when it's a human being. It could have happened to Joe Burrow. I ain't gonna do it because that's a human being.
No one should get bashed.
He does that for clout, though. Not.
Well, I know, but that's the wrong way to get it because now he's pretty much been. Everybody's on him now.
Where did he do that at? On Miami Sports Music?
He did it on Twitter. No, Miami Sports Music wouldn't let him up this morning.
I don't blame him.
Wait, who?
Stephen D.
These are YouTubers. You guys don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Stephen D. wouldn't let him up this morning. He told him flat out, he goes, I can't let you up. What you said yesterday was uncool.
That's fucked up. No, you don't do that, bro.
Wait, what did he say? Sorry, I missed it.
I didn't read it all completely, and I didn't even bother to look. I just know what Stephen D. was saying. And it was the wrong time, wrong place for what he said, and he pissed off a lot of people.
Damn.
It was almost like right after it happened. It was almost like right after the injury happened.
Oh, the last play? With Tua?
No. When Tua got hurt.
I'm saying, what did he say? I didn't hear it.
By the way, it's exactly what I thought it was. It's a form
of his name? What was his name again? Pete, right?
Pete Takes.
Pete Takes?
Yeah. But no, it's just the fact. He basically had a seizure on the field.
Oh yeah,
it's a form of seizure when you hit your head real hard, and that's why his fingers locked up the way they did.
No, it was bad.
I can't find him on Instagram.
He's not on Instagram. He's on Twitter.
I mean, not on Twitter. I'm sorry. I'm on Twitter.
He might have pulled his Twitter.
Because I looked him up. Pete Takes. I don't see him. Yeah, Pete P-E-T-E Takes. T-A-K-E-S.
No, hold up. Try P-E-T. Pete with a apostrophe S. Takes. Pete's Takes. He might have pulled
Pete
his
Steaks with an S?
Yeah.
Okay, I got him here.
I was gonna say he might have pulled his Twitter because he had a lot of people giving him shit.
I'm looking for tweets. He's this was when he talking about like a lot of cryptocurrency. Yeah, this is all cryptocurrency, so I'm not sure if this is the right guy.
He might have pulled his Twitter down.
Probably deleted the tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see shit.
Dude, he's worn out.
It's him. I don't think this is him. I don't think that's him.
Dude, I am so done with a lot of the fan base, though, man. I really am.
I don't pay attention to that. At the end of the day, I mean, they're just fans, bro. They have their.
Yeah, but you got to be compassionate towards a young kid, and that's what Tua is still. Compared to a lot of the people talking, he's still a young kid, 22 years old. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I feel
If
you.
it was one of my family members, I wouldn't want to see people going around bashing him.
No, but people like trolling the internet. They don't care about other people. I mean, that's just a low percentage of people.
And those are the people you don't want coming up on shows,
No, 100%.
and you don't associate with.
100%. Fully agree.
And that's why I said I'm cutting a lot of them off.
Yeah, no, we're not like this is not a show that
Wow.
this show. Yeah, this show's pro players, pro people.
See, that's why I like his show. You can come over here and
Yeah,
just relax.
we're
no,
pro.
like we're not. Look,
We're pro.
not
We're
here-
pro
at
player.
the
We're
end of
pro
the day,
player. We're
everyone
pro
has a
player.
job.
At the end of the day.
Everyone
Dude,
has a
you know
family.
the player I hate the most
Yeah.
of all time is probably Brady. And if Brady were to go down with an injury like that, I'd feel bad for him.
100%. I am for you.
You know what I mean? I don't wish that upon nobody playing.
And
It's a fucking game.
We have
Once it becomes real life, that's when you got to show some compassion.
Everybody has a family. Everybody has someone
Yep.
they're working for. Like I've met Brady, and it pisses me off that Brady is such a nice guy. It aggravated me. I'm like, I want to hate you. You're so damn nice. Piss me off.
I still hate Brady.
No,
I still hate Brady.
I do. But he's literally such a genuine guy, and because
I know. But see, that's the thing. But that's the thing. You look at Tua; he's even more genuine.
He is.
He's even
very
more
humble.
giving.
There's no people.
And now, don't get me wrong. There's people of other fan bases. Like there's a lot of Bills Mafia. A lot of them have donated to his charity for him.
No, the Bills Mafia is a wonderful group because
there are some assholes talking about us crying on the thing right now.
No,
but I'm saying a majority of them, they have been donating to his charity all day.
No, the Bills Mafia is like one of the best fan bases. Like they.
That's fucked up.
No, they
are. Look at this fucker. Fuck him,
UNA.
Look what you put. No, but look what he put on there. I heard Tua thinks he thinks Tom Brady now.
No, he's better.
Oh shit! Bold claims there. That's a hot take.
Oh, no. But no, like the Bengals fans. The Bengals fans, when Tua went down, they were chanting Tua.
Yeah,
you have
I
to
give that respect. I give that respect. Don't get me wrong.
That was respect.
You gotta have a human aspect to things.
Yeah,
100%.
I've had 3 concussions in my life, and I can tell you right now, there's times I forget names or forget what I'm gonna say, and I swear it comes back from that. And it's happened more as I get older.
So I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta get my daughters ready for bed. It was a pleasure joining the chat.
Thank you, White Chocolate, for coming on, man. Thank you for coming on. Thank you, Todd. I'm gonna end the show too because it's
all right, bro.
Hey,
all right, bro. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Hey, hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, brother. You too, man.
Take care.
All right.
Hey, for those of you guys who are watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family. We'll be back on here on Monday to go over post game from Sunday and Monday night pre-game football. So make sure you tune in for that, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good night, Miami. Have a wonderful weekend. And for those of you guys on the West Coast, stay safe, guys. Hang in there. Help is on the way.
Gerardo.